This is Animal Anatomy for Artists, a visual guide to the animal form, published by 3D Total Publishing. There's a foreword by Marshall Vandruff, is an introduction by Joe Weatherly, and pictures and other drawings by Shannon Beaumont. So people who are pretty well known in the industry. This is a massive book, as you can see. I think it's about 300 pages long. It's hardback. Camera's out of focus again. Okay. And it has a visual reference library as well, which I'll show you later. Okay. This is a beautiful book. It's very well set out. The photos are fantastic. Here's your contents page. So we have the foreword, then the introduction by Joe Weatherly, and who goes through the whole drawing process, so the gesture, the rhythm and posing, construction, etc. And then also the anatomy basics. And then we go to the visual reference library, which is about 2/3 of the whole book. It's incredible. There are so many photos, as you can see. I'll explain it all again later. But as you can see, there are pages and pages. We have a bison, cow, goat, impala, sheep, buffalo, alpaca, camel, deer, moose, giraffe, okapi, hippopotamus, dog, fox, wolf, cat, cheetah, jaguar, lioness, oncilla, tiger, meerkat, hyena, badger, otter, weasel, wolverine, sea lion, raccoon, grizzly bear, polar bear, bat, kangaroo, donkey, horse, zebra, rhinoceros, tapir, baboon, rhesus macaque, chimpanzee, gorilla, elephant, beaver, mouse, rat, crocodile, lizard, and hawk. And then there is a contributors gallery where Joe Weatherly and Shannon Beaumont have some artist's work, and your glossary. So, yeah, it's a great book. If you're interested in learning animal anatomy, I would highly recommend this one. And it starts from the very basics. So you're looking at the skeleton, you're looking at the muscles. They already give you sketches and things that you can try yourself as well. And then it goes through the drawing process. So to start with gestural lines, to put constructing the forms afterwards using rectangles, squares, cylinders, and all that sort of thing, and then drawing the final animal. Again, same method. Gesture drawing. So it gives you, there's a lot to read, there's a lot of information here, and there's lots that you can adapt to your style of drawing or how you learn best. Drawing from the inside out, so they suggest you do the gesture drawing, put the skeleton over the top, maybe the muscles, and then draw the final picture, or construct it with different shapes. Okay. Rhythm and posing, so they're going on about how the animal moves, what sort of positions you could put it in, and the construction. And here they give you the basic shapes that you can start off with constructing with. This is a bit, for me, where it became a little bit frustrating, this section here, because although it explains to you, it shows you all the construction, different forms and things, they don't, here, ellipses, cylinders and cross contour, but they don't exactly, if you're a beginner to this, they don't explain it very well in the book, how to use the ellipses. For example, they say to study and practice, to ensure correct perspective, make sure you understand cylinders and how ellipses are angled before moving on to more direct drawing. Okay, I would have liked a little bit more in this book that explained that to me. If I've bought a book like this, I don't want then to have to go onto the internet and discover these things here. Maybe that's just me. It did frustrate me at times. So, but apart from that, the rest of it, I mean, here they're showing you how to put the spots on the leopard, following the contour lines, how to construct it out of boxes. So yeah, I mean, they go through horses, big cats, I think there's dogs, cows, bear here as well. So they do give you lots of different shapes and things to try out. The foreshortening. Yeah, I've gone through quite a lot of it. I'm slowly working my way through it. I did actually, just after I bought this book, I found Aaron Blaise on YouTube and went to see his website where he has courses for learning to draw certain animals, and sometimes they're quite good prices as well. So I downloaded a few of those courses, and together with this book, his courses actually helped me understand how you construct the animal. He doesn't use the forms to construct. He uses the musculature. He uses knowing the anatomy of the animal. But it did help me a lot. And doing those courses, I could then come back to this book and understand a lot more of what I was reading. So it's a very good book, but there's a couple of things that are missing that in my opinion, if I'd just had the book, I wouldn't have made the progress that I've actually made. But together with the courses and this book, I'm starting to learn to draw animals, which is fantastic. So here we've got the simplified skeletal structure for different animals. So you have a cow, a horse, a dog, and one of the big cats, a lion. And it takes you all through this, the musculature, and the proportions, the surface anatomy, which is quite handy. So you know roughly how long it should be, how high it should be, the legs in proportion to the body, which helps quite a lot. And as I say, you just work your way through the book, the simplified head, so it gives you the muscle structure underneath and what you would see in the animal under the skin. And yeah, there's a lot in here. As it's a book, it's always available as well. You can keep it near you, and it's when you want to draw an animal, you can quickly have a look. Whereas with a video course, you've got to go online and have a look at the feet, which again are quite difficult to draw if you don't know the structure. So this one explains it quite well. The simplified hind leg and the comparative anatomy, so compared to a man. So you know which parts of the animal are the same parts as our anatomy, just in a different place. And then you have your visual reference library, which is on page 86 it starts. So the rest of the book is just all of these photos. And it basically gives you the photo with the skeleton, the photo with the muscles, and the photo with the construction shapes underneath. And then it will give you Shannon Beaumont's pictures, some designs that she's done, also from different angles, which the book does try to explain to you back here. I think it is something that's missing from this book, is drawing the head from different angles, a very in-depth explanation of how to do that. I'm not going to show you all of the pictures because there are just so many. But you can get a general idea. I've given you the list. So you've got a fantastic reference photo, and you can use that to then make your own studies and your own drawings. So like I said, I've read the contents list, so you know the animals that are in there, and the rest of the book is like that. So yeah, if I showed you every single page, it would just make this video so long and probably pretty boring. And then right at the end, so we've got our last animal is the hawk. And then right at the end, we've got the contributors gallery. So Joe Weatherly has got some pictures in here. So this is just to give you some inspiration, I suppose. And Shannon Beaumont. There's some beautiful pictures. And then we get to the end. So yeah, this book is almost perfect. It's really good. It's a 4.5 stars, almost 5 stars for me. Well worth the money, and again another great book from 3D Total Publishing. Yeah, recommend if you want to learn to draw animals and you want a good reference library as well, then yeah, recommended, definitely.